Live, and I'll check the page, which we may be live already. And it's John Burgos and me, Marilyn, Alauria. And there's been somebody who's been listening in on the webcast on our Zoom. So we are live, John.
Are we side by side, or whoever speaks comes up? I wonder.
What'd you say?
Are we side by side, or when you
it's
speak,
actually we're side by side. So I'm not going to spotlight. I could spotlight videos and everything, but we're going to just be side by side, like two.
I like that. I like being next to your side.
I know. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. So everybody, this is John Burgos, and I know that most of my audience knows who you are. And I'm going to let you tell them a little bit about yourself. And then we have some really interesting topics to talk to you about today, mainly about limiting mind beliefs, limiting beliefs. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about my membership program because the doors are closing tonight. And it's really a phenomenal program. And I'm going to read just how it's changing people's lives in just a short few days. So whether it's right for you or not, but we're going to talk about like how people hold themselves back. And we want to talk a little bit about our own humble beginnings. So John, I am going to spotlight you now. For those of you who don't know you, just tell them a little bit about you and the amazing show that you do, and just a little bit about yourself.
Oh gosh. So I host an online radio show we call our telesummit called Beyond the Ordinary Show. And I decided to start that show because I wanted to highlight this amazing work from all of these spiritual and personal development teachers that's available, that has been kept in the dark. It's such a small niche, but people don't know where to find this information. They're like, we never knew this existed. And that was my experience. And so I had the option to go into private practice and coach people. I'm psychic and, a channel in my own way as well. Mm-hmm. But instead of leading people through one-on-one sessions, my goal is like, how can I get this out instead of to 200 people in the year, to 2,000, 20,000, 2 million, 20 million people? Because really when we collaborate, it just, the reach expands further. And so I was guided. It was pure guidance where I started the show, and it's started almost 5 years ago. I thought it was going to last 1 or 2 seasons, and we're going on season 14. So it's been an amazing ride.
I got to put my video back up. I so shocked that it's been that long already. That means we've known each other for that long. So guys, just give me a second. I'm trying to show the both videos. I can't believe it's been that long already, because we've known each other then that long. That went fast.
Well, and the amazing part is that we're reverse aging instead of getting older.
Oh my God.
When I first met you.
We look amazing, don't we? Doesn't John look sexy in the back of a car?
Oh God.
I was like, I don't know. I think this look is good for you.
I like it.
So the weird thing with Zoom is the trying to see the comments, and I'm working with another computer as well, but let us know where you're from. I want to hear, and I'm going to check my phone as well. But in the meantime, John, let's talk a little bit about like what I love about John. John's like me. We teach a lot of people around the world how to change their lives. But what we also do is we're changing our own lives. We don't just preach crap that we see. We try it out ourselves, right?
Yeah.
And some of it we don't like.
Crap.
What? I know. My Brooklyn is in these days. Like, it is crazy. I had my trainer this morning. I was cursing that poor guy out. I did not want to be there. I was like, the clock was going like this. We would do like all these exercises, and then I'd look at the clock and I'd be like, you kidding me? Like, I just wanted to get out of there. So let's talk a little bit like about, what has been really great for you now, because you're doing so many incredible things right now. John travels all around the world. He really is living and breathing what he teaches. And I want to just talk about like why you find it so important, even at this stage in the game, to continue to have self-development.
Oh my God. Well, first of all, I have to go backwards. And so traveling all over the world, it's 5 years ago, if I would have told you that I'm going to host a show and do these things, and I'm going to be on Facebook Live, I need to be in my office, set up, make sure we have good internet connection and all that. And I just let spirit guide me wherever it is. I am broadcasting from the back of a car in this place called Casadega, Florida, which is supposedly one of the biggest spiritual communities in the world. But it's like, all right, we'll do the show. I'll take a break in between filming, and I'll just get in the back of the car and we'll stream. And technology is amazing, and we can use it to our benefit. But our mindset, where's our mindset that says that we have the liberty to do that, that everything's going to work out okay? And it always has for me. When I've broadcast in the jungle in Costa Rica from a bathroom stall, I broadcast in the middle of wine country when supposedly there was no internet connection, and 2 minutes before my show, poop, a little shopping center pops up with direct internet access. It just happens over and over again. So really truly, my experience is that what I put out there, I get back. Mm-hmm. And I just keep trusting the universe more and more, and source, and it's just guided. And it's guided so well because I know what my intentionality is. Yeah. It's not confused, and when I'm really direct and I'm clear of what my intention is, and I don't have to have the specifics of the clarity. My clarity is to show up and be love. And from that foundation, things pop into place and they happen. If something doesn't happen, I trust that it was for a reason. And typically if I wait long enough, I find out what the reason is. So it's amazing.
Yeah. It's so true. And you get to sit in faith and trust in your life, which is such an incredible place to be. And we've talked about this a lot. Even when things can be difficult, it still allows you to sit in a place of trusting that difficulty is meant to be something, it's always something amazing. So it's really great. So I love what you said. And I love sitting in the place of love. And John and I the reason why I get along with John, because John and I were talking last night, and I was like, we were talking about dating in the spiritual community. And I tend to like the practical guys, right? I need that. And John and I are really good friends, and I can handle John because he's not woo-woo. Like, I cannot deal with woo-woo. John knows how I am. John is so much more accepting of woo-woo than I am. So I just think that it's I don't know where that's coming from. I'm going to talk really quick. Welcome, Danielle, to membership. We are talking about membership for your soul. John is a big supporter of me and my work, and he agreed to come on to talk about this. And what I love about membership for your soul is that it's an incredible membership program that's monthly, where you get lessons every single month, and you also get Q&A calls with me. You get guest expert speaker calls. John was a guest expert speaker for 2 months because he was so popular that I had to have him back to just do a Q&A call because they were just so in love with him. And we have had Ana Maria Vasquez, Carrie Samuels, a lot of the people that you know. And it's been really phenomenal. And what I love about this program more than anything else is the accountability. So we had, I had an email today, like, I'm in a full-time student. How is this program good for me? And I said, we have somebody in a PhD program, and she's in my membership program and my mastermind program. And we're keeping her accountable to her goals while she's still doing her entire life. It's really important that you do your entire life. So showing up for your life is really important. So for those of you who are interested in joining, I put in the thing, membershipforyoursoul.com. Doors close tonight at midnight. So get your butts in there if this is right for you. Now, John, some of the things that I've been here.
I want to say something about that.
Sure.
It's like I get approached by a lot of different speakers and teachers to participate and affiliate in their programs. And I can't say I'm discerning, but I follow guidance, and guidance is like, no, and that's not right. Or it's like, because it's, for some reason, I'm just not guided to. But when you asked me, it was an immediate yes.
Oh, thank you.
And I know what people are receiving from this. So again, I get approached a lot to do interviews, to promote other people because of the reach that we have, because of the show, because of speakers like you. And so it's, what I love about Marilyn is that she grounds it all in, but it's so much fun also. So in the fun, you open up these sensory experiences. So you get to go deep, and you may cry and open and get pissed off, but there's also laughing. And so as you shuffle through all those emotions and immerse yourself in it, it really sticks. It really grounds it in, and it's actionable. You can carry it forward as part of you instead of just a concept that's in the mind. And that's so important to me. And so it was, again, when you asked me to be on, it's like, absolutely yes.
Thank you. I mean, and here he is in Florida. Sorry, that's my computer, because on Zoom is difficult to see the comments, and so many people are so excited that you're on. Thank you so much, John. That really means a lot to me. And here he is in Florida shooting something, videotaping something for himself, and he's taking time out to do this for me. And that's what supportive community is about, and that's what I love about Membership for Your Soul too. It's such a supportive community. We had a new student join today, joined like 3 days ago. Her name's Met. and I read her post, and she was like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I joined this group. I just went through all the posts.
Marilyn, you froze on me. Are you there?
Oh, no, you froze on me. I didn't freeze on you. Can you hear me? That's the problem with Zoom. John Burgos. You know what song that's been in my head, guys? Hopefully you're hearing me because John's frozen on me. Was She's Been Coming Around the Mountain. I have no idea what my guides are trying to tell me with that song. You can tell I'm very wacky today. All right, let me see. John, you'll have to come back on, sweetie. So try to go off and come back on because I think you're the one who's frozen and not me. Anyway, I'm going to keep. John is frozen. We hear you. Those are my assistants. So anyway, Met was like, oh my goodness, I'm so glad I joined this community because I went through all the posts over all the months, and it's amazing how incredibly great everybody is. And that is really what Membership for Your Soul is about. So one of the things that we've heard from people is money. Money is an issue right now. If money is seriously an issue where you're barely making ends meet, I don't really want you joining this program. I'd rather you doing free stuff, but commit to doing free stuff. Commit to doing free stuff every day. That gets you moving out. But if you're somebody who likes coffee, and these coffees are $5 a day, so I don't allow myself these coffees every single day because they're expensive. I make coffee. Now, I buy organic good coffee because I won't put crap in my system, but a $9 pound of coffee compared to $5 a day, which gets me like coffee, for 4 days at least. I drink a lot of coffee. Stop drinking these for 10 days and come join Membership for Your Soul. We had Liat who just joined again, and she said she went through her budget and she found the $50 a month in something else that she realized she didn't need any longer. That membership was because she left membership and she was just so excited to. You're just going to have to send it to him. Okay, I'm going to try to send this to him to get John back on. But anyway, she was so excited to join back on. So, and that's what she did. So you have to copy link, send to John. He's in Florida in a spiritualist place, and they may be like, hey. But it's okay. If you can't get back on, I trust it. Comma, I trust it. I got to make sure the comma's in there. All right, there I am. So anyway, look it through your budget, look at what's going on and decide what's best for you. Because I just really, truly, truly, truly believe in this program, and I believe in the changes that are happening. So I'm going to go to your questions if anybody's got questions. And I'm also going to go into other things, and I'm here for you until we'll hopefully see if John is able to make it back. And if not, you'll have to just join membership to come see John and have a personal conversation with him, because he is a big supporter of me, which is really so lovely and so beautiful. And he is somebody who I can ask to come onto membership again and have him on. So I'm going to check what your questions are while we're trying to get here. And Katie, who's been listening to our conversation, we were having a lot of fun beforehand, and she was on Zoom. I think John's back on. She says, this is too funny. Love you. Yes, he does. Handsome. Aw. All right, let's just see if he's back on. Not back on yet. Okay. Trying to check my text, and I don't even see him in texting. All right, so I'll see what questions you guys have, and this wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be. But it was meant to be for me to be with you. Can you tell I'm very wacky today? I'm really tired. Wacky and tired. I started watching Stranger Things again last night. Has anybody seen that Netflix show? I like it. All right, questions. I think John's back on. So Cindy says, once again, my money started showing up after I joined membership. Love that. Gentry says the song Coming Around the Mountain is now stuck in her head. Sorry. Nancy said she's been waiting for this all day. Sorry, Nancy, I don't know. Oh, John's back on. John and I have a lot of fun together. John! Hey! Now we got Katie too on.
Katie?
Katie, I promoted you to panelist. Katie, say hello. So Katie's on Zoom. Let's find out about Katie.
I know Katie. Katie's awesome.
Oh, great. Hi, Katie. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm fine, thank you.
Where are you?
I'm in Finland.
Oh, you're on in Finland. I've
Yeah.
been in Finland. You got some hot guys in Finland. Yeah.
Sorry about that.
I'm gonna turn off your video in a few minutes, but since you're here with John and I, do you have any questions for either of us? I don't know if you know me. By the way, I'm a psychic medium channeler. Yeah, but don't worry. We're putting her on the spot.
I wonder what the meaning of this coincidence might be.
The meaning of what is?
This coincidence that I might be here.
Probably it's about stepping out visible, because here you are being visible with the three of us right now. And I feel like it's about your throat chakra. That comes up a lot for me with people about speaking your truth, journaling, writing your truth, getting your truth out there, and really not hiding any longer in the corners of your life. What do you think, John? John and I read great together. I'm going to drink coffee though.
Well, I kind of know Katie. Katie went through my shamanic, my cosmic shaman course, and she's awesome. And we've connected a little bit on Messenger and things like that. She's an amazing artist and graphic designer. And it's funny, Marilyn, Katie, this is so interesting because I know that you follow a lot of different things and you like bouncing around. It's like we've got like this spiritual class ADD thing going on, which is so amazing because there's so much awesome information out there. But it's so funny that you showed up, Katie, because I was having this conversation with Marilyn earlier. It's what I find a lot of people that listen to the show is like bounce around from speaker to speaker. And that's phenomenal. I love you guys to show up and to listen and to get information and really stay in the vibration of that energy that's uplifting. But what I also want to invite people to do on the show is to really focus and concentrate on someone that you really resonate with, because it's the continuity from one's particular energy in the form of a teacher in this case that'll really help you make the changes in vibration in your belief systems and in your thought systems and help to open the heart as you get to know yourself more intimately by being in that interaction. When we jump around from different places, it scatters us and it can get confusing sometimes, even energetically. And if you even think of it from a little child perspective, it's like your little kid inside is going, hold on, who's the mother, who's the father, who's leading what? It's like, who am I supposed to listen to? Because I'm only in kindergarten and you're making me take like 17 level PhD classes and I don't know how to receive it all. So it's really important to focus on something that really speaks to you. And you don't have to follow someone forever, but give something a month or 3 months or even 6 months to a year if it really sinks to you, and immerse yourself instead of just dipping your toe. It's kind of like dating. Dating can be really fun, but it can be really superficial also. And there's a depth that you miss in relationship with other people by just dipping your toes in. And then you wonder why you feel empty. You wonder why sex doesn't feel good. You wonder why people don't get close to you. And it's because the lack of intimacy isn't there. And so that's kind of the energy that I read. So Katie, if you're looking, I get that you're actually ready for that. And it's funny because a lot of us look for it in personal relationship in others, but the relationship is really asking to come in through yourself first. And in that outward expression of your personal relationship with your intimate self will emanate out and attract the partner that you really deserve to have.
How do you feel about that, Katie?
Yeah, I do agree with him. Yeah, I do agree with John, but I've been really, really careful with my guides. So I have been following only a couple of people. Right. So
good.
I just don't believe anything. I have to know myself. Yeah. That's kind of my thing.
Well, there's also the perpetual student too. So there's the student that just like, I'm definitely always a student and always studying things, but I'm always in action too. So I'm always taking what I learned and graduating it to a new level. And John is a lot like me too, where we study things and then we bring it out into our community so we could accelerate them. So I feel like I'm the guinea pig. John's the guinea pig. We're testing things out. We're testing people out. And then we're like, then we go in and teach what we learned from it. And I don't even teach. If there's somebody I meet that I don't like, I'll share an experience, but I never share the person's name because I don't think that's cool at all. You know, there are definitely some people out there I do not like. Dana said, I really liked that what she said. She said that she jumped around a lot too. And when she found me, it made her really clear. It made her really, and Dana's leaps and bounding what she's doing in membership over the past 3 months. Katie, I'm not saying my program's for you. You're just getting introduced to me. You don't even know who the hell I am, but we're using you as our guinea, we're using you as our guinea pig.
I've only listened to John's show because of John.
Exactly. So we're going to turn your video off now because you're useless to me. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
No, it's totally fine. We're using you as a guinea pig right now. So, you know, we're using you as a teaching thing. So that's it. So
that's
thank
fine.
you. I hope, I think she got upset by the guinea. Did you get upset by my comment? I hope not.
No, that's fine.
All right. Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you,
right.
Kate. It's great seeing you.
So we are back. So I love, people are really agreeing, John, with what you're saying. And I agree with it too, because I see a lot of people, and I'm going to ask some questions now because I'm seeing some questions come through. I see a lot of people getting stuck in just the learning modality and not doing enough and taking action in their lives. And you really have to take what you learn and put it into action, because that's the only time when you're going to get off that couch. And another thing I get that's frustrating, and I want to hear what you have to say, and then I want to take questions. I get very frustrated. Oh, I think Katie's not muted. I have to mute her. Poor Katie. Katie, who doesn't know me, and I'm like, Brooklyn on her. Ah! Anyway, the other thing I see from a lot of people that is really frustrating to me, and we've noticed in this launch, the people that are joining membership are very action oriented, which has really been amazing kind of experience for us. But people that just sit in meditation and wait for life to change, like, let's address this. Life does not change just from sitting in prayer. What do you feel about that?
I say sit in meditation for as long as you want and see how that works out for you, and see how you feel, and see how it feels to not be heart connected to things outside of you. See how it feels to not bring in co-creation with the world around you. A lot of times people that sit in meditation, there's a fear of stepping out into the world.
Yeah.
And if you're okay being in your fear and that's what you want to perpetuate, see how that feels for you. And then if you want to change it, you have the option to change it.
Yes, I told you John's a lot more diplomatic than me.
Well, it's really, I mean, everybody should really tune into where they are and what feels good and what doesn't. And if it doesn't feel good, if you don't know where to start, find anything that feels different and start going there, and start like disrupt the energy flow and repattern it by doing something outside the box. Yeah.
I agree with that, John. I think what's getting to me as I'm really getting more involved in the spiritual community and is the victimization that I'm seeing with some of the people and the inaction. And I feel like because I came from such a victimization myself, like life was so difficult and I sat in that struggle for so long. And when I stepped out of that and really started creating my life from the inside out, and recognizing that anything that showed up in my external circumstances was a reflection of what was going on inside of me, and really taking responsibility for that, it's led to such a blissful, like John's talking about, this life where people know I'm getting ready to move, and my neighbors are like, can you work from where you're going? And I'm like, I can work from anywhere. I can live anywhere, and I can work from anywhere. And I get to do what I love to do every single day. And for me, I think what's frustrating to me is seeing the people that are still in, and this may piss people off, and I'm sorry, then you're not my audience, seeing people still in the victimization. And I want to address, like, I want to hear what you think about that. And then I want to take Donna's question because it's really good.
Well, the victimization energy, it's, hey, I grew up with that, and it was real easy as I was starting to awaken to go, oh, I had this trauma because of mom and this because of dad. And of course it made sense because there was abuse and alcoholism and there was language issues, and nobody, you know, the culture that I grew around never intervened to help protect this little boy that was suffering. And the story, while it's true, doesn't serve my 50-year-old self right now. The story that my 4-year-old had is not the same story I have at 50 years old. And so the victimization, we have to decide that we're grown up now. that we're empowered to make different decisions. And while it may be scary and it may hurt, if you don't show up for yourself, who's going to?
Yeah.
And if you want to surround yourself with people who are going to support your victimization, look at their life. What does their life look like? Are they successful? Are they happy? Are they in good relationships? And I can guarantee you that they're probably not.
Yeah.
And so surround yourself with people who are telling stories that are uplifting, that are purposeful, that are expanding, that are collaborative, instead of ones that are supporting this whole mentality that keeps your energy down. It keeps your divinity from expressing itself because it's living in lower, denser energy.
Yeah.
And take a stand and make a conscious decision to stop telling the story. And hey, I get it. And I'm not invalidating where you came from.
Mm-hmm.
And there's so much love and so much compassion in my heart. It's like it wants to envelop you in light as to what's ready for you now. I'm not going to envelop you in what you suffered. I'm going to envelop you in your potential now, because that's who you are right now. And we're not going to keep telling the story.
Yeah, I love that. That was beautiful. And then we're getting so many likes and loves, and everybody's agreeing with that. And, you know, and I love how John put it, because it's not like we're not recognizing that people have difficulties, but it's rising through that difficulty to create something even more incredible in your life. For me, I call them character building moments, because we all have these incredible dreams in our hearts. And then when we think we're ready for those dreams, Spirit's like, no, you really aren't ready to meet that kind of energy. So we're going to give you a couple of character building moments so that you're really ready for it, you know? And John's like stepping out in a bigger way. And I know when I was doing like a lot of, and I am too, when I was doing a lot of network meetings and sitting with very big TV executives, and they're asking, you know, they're putting you on the spot right there in that room to perform. And I remember the first meeting was a bomb. Like I was with big agents and big production company, and they were like, what the fuck was that? And I was like, I went home with my tail between my legs, and I was like, what just happened? And I did this, I had 2 weeks. Luckily, the next meeting got canceled like 2 weeks before the next meeting. And I did this incredible work on myself. And I got on the phone with somebody. I reached out for help, and I worked on it. And every meeting after that was knocked out of the park, because I didn't give a crap. I showed up. I was who I was. And I allowed myself to be present and not try to, it's very hard for, as we know, energetic people, we're reading the room, we're reading what people think, we're reading what they want. So, and I was able to show up as my authentic, organic self, which was a great experience. So those are character building moments, you know, and I know it's building me for something else. I want to read Donna's question. She said, when you sit in faith and trust and alignment more often, do you find the time frame between desire and manifestation gets shorter? And I'm going to let you answer this while I go get my puppy who's barking.
Yeah, and that's actually a great question. But what happens between desire and manifestation is that you don't, desire kind of goes away, and you actually get more into the flow. It's what's coming into you. So instead of you reaching out, trying to manifest something, it's like you can actually sit in the energy of the intention of what it is that you want to create, and it starts coming to you as you relax into it. And so it's actually a beautiful process. And so as you get more comfortable in it, we go from manipulation of energy into cohesion and coherence of energy, which again provides that flow, and the synchronicities start showing up. So that's a wonderful question.
Yeah, I love that question too, because I had noticed by doing that and not going down the rabbit hole anymore and everything like that, and being aware, it speeds up the process so much quicker. And also what gets speeded, I'm sorry if I'm repeating what John said, because I had to go get the dog who's drinking really loudly right now. I don't know if you hear it. But what also got me was I lost it. It was also the bad moments don't last as long either. Like they are so much quicker. So when I would like get upset about something for days, now it's like, it doesn't even last 24 hours. Like it's so much quicker, the whole thing. So I really love that. So for those of you who are joining, my membership doors are closing tonight. I completely believe in this program. It's an incredible program, membershipforyoursoul.com. It's a $47 a month. You get a video lesson with me. You get a Q&A call, coaching call with me. That's like over 2 hours. We'll say 2 hours right now, but sometimes I'm on longer. We have guest expert speakers on there. I'm on the Facebook page Monday to Friday coaching you on where you're at. We bring guest expert teachers on. We have Sue Kovacs in there reading. Megan Lane comes on and reads. So we have other readers as well. And then the thing that I love about this is an accountability. And we have a lot of fun stuff because we're closing out 2017 and getting ready for 2018. So what we're doing is in November, we have a lot of fun things planned. And then December, we're going to be focusing on your dreams in your heart and getting accountable to them and making them happen. And then those moments when those swirly things come in, how to deal with it. And then in January, together as a group, we're going to do the 28-day challenge, constant communication with your guides. Then we're going to jump into channeling. I'm going to teach people how to channel. So this is all available for $47 a month or $470 for the year, where you get 2 months free. If you pay the yearly program $470 a year, you have 14 days to ask for a refund. Do not email me on the 15th day. As anybody knows that watches me and follows me, my boundaries are very strong. As you can tell, I got bitchiness in my body today.
Hey,
you can blame my trainer for that.
I love it. Sue Kovacs, I actually want to have a reading with her. She looks amazing, and that she's on your platform.
So great.
I can feel her energy. I don't know who she is. Like, I saw her on the membership page. It's like, ooh, we need to talk. So that's cool that she's on the platform also.
She is, and she created this beautiful tarot deck, John, Shamanic Dust Tarot. You would love it because she does shamanism as well and does journey for people. You're going to love her. And we've been reading her with her cards, and we're going to do a live this Thursday in membership with her again, reading. And she's somebody I don't let anybody read me, because I don't trust people anymore to project their crap onto me. Sue, I trust. Sue, I'll go to and be like, hey, and John, obviously, and Anna Maria, I trust too. So I do have my besties. We're both frozen, they said. Oh no, let's see what's going on.
I'm on here.
I see you. You see me.
Yeah. Maybe they're frozen.
We are so powerful. We're freezing. No, we're still moving, so we might have froze for a sec. All right, so let's see some other questions. All good, Trisha said.
I have a process for people.
Woo! Do it, John.
I want to give you guys this. This came into my awareness not too long ago, and it's been so helpful because of what's been going on with so much going on in the collective. And you guys as sensitives, as beautiful empaths, that are really here to illuminate your light in the world. And you guys are really way showers for that. Anybody who's on the call, that's just what you're doing, or else you wouldn't be resonating to this group. And it's time, first of all, that we own that aspect of ourselves. And a lot of us have been hiding from it, including me. I've hidden for a long time behind the speakers on the show because they're amazing. Not that I didn't think I was amazing, but it was so much easier to lean into my voice and the energy and the permission to step into it. And the time has been slowly coming up to step forward in a different way and start taking ownership of what it is that I'm doing. And it can take several forms, and it doesn't matter. But as long as I own the authenticity of that, then it's so much easier. I don't have to hide it. I don't have to be a closet about it. I don't have to say there's nobody in my community that gets me. Because there are, and they show up when we start owning our energy, when we start owning our shit. I'm getting Brooklyn with Marilyn. She's rubbing off on me.
I want to say something about this, and then I want you to do that. But I'm so happy to hear that about John. And this is what I love about John. And we're both transparent. And you may look at John and say, well, he's already reaching thousands, and he's at the pinnacle, and he's doing incredible things. And it's just the beginning. That's the beauty of this work. And it's the same with me. My Facebook following, is like over 5,000 or something. It's not a huge amount, but my business is good. And the people I work, and I have incredible mastermind groups and the membership group. And it's just the beginning of where I'm going. Like where everything's going. So I wanted to just congratulate. This is like, I can't wait till John gets out, like even further, because he's amazing. All right. I'm spotlighting you, babe. Do your thing with everybody.
All right, so cool. This is super easy. So again, as sensitives, we're so used to going out in the world and feeling everything and being at the effect of. And so, and even think about the way we grew up. You need to put on a coat because it's going to be cold outside. You need to dress a certain way because you're going to your grandmother's house for Easter or whatever. We're always adjusting to our environment. And we've been taught to do that. And as empaths, because of that conditioning, we go out and we adjust to the energy. Is it going to be strong today? Are people going to be sad? Are they going to be angry? They're going to be happy? Is that person at the traffic light waving me through because they're being nice, or are they giving me the finger and I didn't really notice and it feels more like the finger? And again, we're so sensitive to it. And the truth is, if we would just wake up in the morning and start setting our intention and start swirling our energy out. So really go in within and allow a pillar of light from within you, from your core, to start swirling counterclockwise, and allow your intention of love, of strength, of power, wherever your benevolent attention is for that day. And they can change from day to day, but allow that to start swirling around you and put a field around you. And you start being at effect of the environment instead of allowing the environment to be at the effect of you. It's leadership time, guys. And so it's time that your light, your benevolence, lead the changes that you're looking for in the world. And you have the power to start doing that. We just haven't been. And so this is a small thing that you can start doing every day, that as you build it up, you're going to start noticing a big difference on how people respond to you, the opportunities that show up to you, the people that start gifting you things because they can feel that you're on to something and they want to continue to expand that light instead of shutting it down. So it's a beautiful process. I've been using it for a while now, and it's making traveling, it's making being in my environment, it's making people that would otherwise maybe not be so happy. It's like all of a sudden they relax around you, and there's this opening that happens, and you don't have to interact, but you can feel the difference in the environment when you start doing that.
I love that, John. Thank you. It's you can see how, like, with comments are great. Vivian says, very true what John is saying. John said, love all parts of yourself, even the shadow that needs love the most. I love that. So true. Sony, thanks. She says, Marilyn, you have so much gifts and knowledge and original, authentic ideas and genius and more. I'm going to take that. And Dana says,
I've learned so much from you.
Thank you.
To Marilyn over the years, and reaching out, whether to tap in psychically or tap in my dad when he passed away, but then also practical things to do to really ground in when I had a question about my business or relationships, or I felt like something wasn't moving and I wasn't sure. It's your ability not only to tap in, but to ground in. Yeah. Something that it's a holistic approach to it, and that's what really sticks.
Thank you. One of the things I'm noticing that is really one of my gifts is revealing the truth to people in the moment, really helping them to see the truth. And then also now it's about finding their purpose. So I'm really good at helping people find their purpose, which I know.
I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
What's the most fun part of this membership for you?
Oh my goodness. I really think there's too many, to be honest with you, and I'm not just lying, because I'll tell you what I don't like first, because I like almost everything about it. What I don't like is building the slides for the lessons. That's the only thing I don't like, which I'm going to have to give to someone. I love the community. I feel so embraced by this community. They know, and people who follow me know, I'm not your guru. I'm not your leader. I'm here to reflect the best in you and help light the path for you and kick you in the butt when you need it. And also to just guide you and give you techniques and tools and meet you on your path. Like, I just show you the way. I love the community. I love the Q&A calls. I love being able to coach them. I love getting in there. I love seeing the changes they're making. So I really incredibly love this program, and I love my mastermind program too. But I think it's the people, John. They are just so. I've been looking for community for so long, as you know, like in different things, and I'm actually stepping out of some business communities recently. And whenever I go into membership, and I'm not one of those teachers that when I have an issue, I take it outside because I don't believe in, but sometimes I'll go into membership and I'll be like, hey guys, this happened to me today. And to share. And then they're so comforting and beautiful, and they're respectful, and they're just wonderful. So that's what I love. So thank you for asking that.
I think the best teacher is the ones that are really humble and vulnerable. Because it all streams through, because when you try to keep it in a container and this view of perfection and everything's just rosy, it's not sustainable. And you can't teach people in your membership program that if you live my life, your life like I live mine, everything's going to be fantastic. And it can be, but it's not the rosy fairy tale type of picture that I see some coaches put out there that doesn't feel authentic to me. And again, it's not sustainable.
I want to address that. I want to say something about that really quick, but I want to say welcome to Ziamara and Marizus. I hope I'm saying your name right, because I'm sure I'm messing it up. And what's her name? Because you know her probably, Marizus.
I don't. I'm just playing.
Oh, I like it. So what I love what John just said, this is something that's super important to me. And I've heard this in my community, John, and I'd love to hear it more from you. And then I want to check questions. I have to be on this because of Zoom. So many people have said to me, because they feel bad that they don't always feel good. They feel like then they're not doing the work or they're not connecting to God because they're having a bad day, because there are teachers out there that are acting like it's rainbows and it's gorgeous and it's amazing. And we know who those people are anyway. And with that, I know. We're not going to do that because everybody has a place in this world.
But they're beautiful in their own right. So we can judge it, but there's this energy that they're bringing out that's wonderful.
Totally.
And it creates confusion for people that it's like, hold on a second, why can't I do that? So
exactly. So when you have those bad moments, because I remember sitting in the back of a conference that I was actually at teaching, and there was a lot of kumbaya love going on. And I was like, I got to get the F out of here. Because it's not works for me, but for the people in the room, it really made them feel loved at that moment. And John and I are both the same way, and we do respect that, but it's not for us. But the thing is that people will come on and say, thank you for letting me know I could have a bad day. Can we talk about this? Like, some people feel like they're getting it wrong if they're feeling like crap.
I love that you're having a bad day, because that means something's trying to push through to make it even better. Embrace the bad. It's like, oh, what are you trying to show me today? This is cool.
Yeah.
And I can feel like shit at the same time, but in your mind, you can still say, this is cool. What are you trying to show me? Because something is trying to emerge, is trying to transcend, and it's busting through. And the fact that you can feel it, thank freaking God, because you know how many people are asleep and can't feel anything?
Yeah. Yeah. I had moments I was up checking out a place where I was moving, and I was feeling very isolated and alone for a moment. And I was reaching for the car door, and I was like, it hit me in a second. It was like, oh, this is great. Growth is happening. Expansion's happening. So I was feeling really a little sad, but in a split second, that sadness was wrapped around in, oh, I'm going to learn something really incredible about myself while walking through this. And it was so good that I did that. So Katie asked, this is a great question. So, and I'm not really sure what platform she's asking about, but I feel we can answer this. So how do you know how to come out, what platform to use? Now, I definitely have an answer for this, but do you want me to say what I think?
Yeah, I'm not sure I understand the question. So
I think because I talk a lot about people being in the closet. And we have a community, John, as you know, all around the world. So some of them are in communities where they really can't come out and say they're doing this stuff to their husband or of 25 years or their family or their neighbor, because they may get burned at the stake. I don't know, because there is small-mindedness out there. And when people ask where to come out in, that's when I say, join the communities that it's safe in, like Membership for Your Soul is really safe. Oh, is Katie Kalo asked it. Oh, she said it wasn't her. It wasn't her. I didn't think it was you, sweetie. I checked the names. It was a different Katie. So for me, what platform to use? Membership for Your Soul is an incredible place for you to feel really safe. And there's a lot of members. My members, they come on my business page and they're always on because they follow a lot of what I do, because they know how much they get out of it for themselves. And they're just so incredible to me. They're so supportive for me. They're just amazing. But they will tell you how safe it is to be in that group. You want to find a community. And then what platform to use? I'm not really sure, Katie, exactly what you're asking. But for me, I'm so grateful to have Facebook and have these certain communities where I could go into it. Membership for Your Soul is a secret group. You can't even find it. So when you join it, it doesn't pop up on any side view. I don't do that as a marketing tool because I'm protective over my members. They don't want people knowing that they're in this group. They want to keep it sacred until they're ready to come out. So find closed groups at least, or something that is really good for you to come out in. And then if you want to come out with your voice, I think Facebook's a great place to do it. John, do you have anything to add to that?
I do. Actually, what you're talking about actually reminds me of the book, The Artist's Way. And if you guys are familiar with it, you may want to read it again. There's certain aspects in there that are really beautiful. But one aspect of the book in particular talks about the artist and when he starts getting creative and has a new idea, how it's important to keep that energy first really open to yourself. And if you're going to share it, make sure that you share it only with people that you fully trust in that space, that really resonate with it, and not to share it with everybody because people will shut it down. And so as you get stronger, as your energy increases, as your thoughts and your creation starts to expand and you get more grounded and into owning it, then you can start bringing it out more. And so the naysayers, the people who are going to want to create doubt because of their own stuff or their own limitations or their own thought process on it, or just where their mental activity's at, it won't affect you as much. And so that'll allow you to expand your circle and find more of a safe haven of community that's going to support your exploration in this. And guys, know that it's an exploration. Know that you can have a truth in 1 second, and the next second later, you can have another truth. And we need to give ourselves permission to do that because we're evolving so fast. Don't lock yourself into a box or into anybody else's box. You might hear me say something one day, and a week later, I'm like, that was awesome, but this is what I just found out. And it expanded this. And you know what? I'm not quite so sure about that anymore. Or I know it doesn't work anymore, but it led me to this. And so it was integral in what was going on and the energy and the information that wanted to present itself.
I love that. I got to hear some of them. Then I had a solicitor at my door and I just yelled at him. So I know that was helpful.
Did you have a gentleman caller?
I did. I had a gentleman caller that I didn't want. And my dogs didn't either. My dogs were like, get the heck out of here. So Anna Maria, where are you? Because she just jumped on. She's like my 2 favorite people. I'm like, Anna Maria, we need to get you on Zoom right now. I thought about that earlier. We have to do a thing with the 3 of us because we're just.
Love her. She is freaking amazing.
Isn't she? I love her. Her answers, everything about her. She's just so support. She's just love.
Hey, if Marilyn is friends with Anna Maria, Marilyn cannot be that bad of a person. I'm telling you that right now.
I don't know. I was talking to somebody else in the community, a show that I'm doing, the Laura's what's her name?
Lori Spania. Yeah.
Spania. And she's like, does anybody dislike Anna Maria? And I'm like, I don't think so. So let's see what else we have here. So Elizabeth and Catherine said, yes, we love you. So for those of you who are joining us, we're talking about membership for your soul, and it's really an incredible, great program. Check it out. Doors closing tonight at midnight. So it is not opened after midnight tonight. So you have to go on a waiting list after that. And I do that purposely because I need to really focus on my members. I'm also closing Soulful Living because I need to really focus on my members right now and people in my mastermind group. So things are shifting. So Soulful Living is going to be archived. You're not going to be able to communicate on that forum anymore. I'm sorry about that. But it'll close on the 10th. Yeah.
What are people receiving from being in membership? Like, what kind of transformations happening? What's integrating and landing?
I love that. Hey guys, you guys are on members. Membership is on this right now. John, repeat that question, and then I'm going to answer it from their perspective. But I want them to answer too.
Yeah. What are you guys getting from being in the program? What are you receiving? What's it? And you get Marilyn, which is amazing, and I already know what Marilyn delivers.
Yeah, but that's not what it's about. Go ahead.
Exactly. Specifically, it's like, what are you receiving from this, and how is it affecting your life?
Mm-hmm. So from my perspective, what I see, and I know that they're going to comment because they're on here, is they are getting expansion. They're getting a new way of looking at life. They're getting a new understanding of how they experience life. They're getting a community that supports them in everything they're going on. So somebody wrote on today, was having a really bad day, and she was feeling really like wanted to go in a ball and cry. And then they get a bunch of people responding to that. I think the biggest thing they're getting, John, is how to sit in their soul and in their truth and bring that truth out into the world. So Catherine, we talk about, like, she's just one of them in my head right now. She joined membership, she didn't know how she was going to pay for it. Got on, somebody gifted the rest of it to her. And then all of a sudden we were all telling her about her writing. She just wrote a book and put it on Amazon. So people are seeing their dreams come true. And that's what I think it is. Go ahead.
I've got Okay, I love you all. Oh, and as my computer falls down in this my spiritual, I love you all, and I hope you receive this of this love. I can't afford this. If you have a cell phone, if you have an internet line, if you're paying for cable TV, if you're putting gas in your car to go places that you don't need to go to, you've got money to invest in yourself. Whether it's Marilyn's program or anybody else's.
Totally.
I'm sorry, if you're living in the United States of America, you're one of the richest people in the whole world. And what we do is we prioritize things. And so figure out where your priority is. If your priority is to perpetuate scarcity in your life and keep saying that you can't afford something, then see how that keeps working out for you. See how that continues to feel. And when you're being provided opportunities to make conscious decisions, to be the grown-up, the adult for yourself, and saying, I'm going to make a certain thing a priority. And there's tons of programs out there. And again, the immersion is so important. I cannot say that enough. So you can go on YouTube videos and listen to stuff and all that. Awesome. But the immersion is what's going to create the change, and find something that resonates for you. But no more excuses about things. There's plenty of programs. You know, I know programs for $19.95 a month. Marilyn's, it's a gift at $47 a month. And there's more expensive programs, but I'm not perpetuating, and I'm not going to continue to give energy to scarcity. There's abundance in so many ways, and you guys can create it for yourself. Make yourself the priority. It's not about the money. It's about you showing up for yourself and saying, I'm going to make this something that I'm going to do for me. And I guarantee you that you will find a way. And like the person you just spoke about, it landed. She said yes, and it came in. My life is going that way also right now. I don't know how certain things are going to work out, but I'll say yes to it, and then all of a sudden things will show up. And I hear people talking about that. And I used to hear people talking about that all the time. And I was like, yeah, whatever. It sounds like a good pitch. No, this is happening in my life right now. And it's so authentic and so organic and so rich that sometimes I get nervous about receiving it, because it seems like, really? It's coming in that easily? But I just have to keep saying yes and suffer through the anxiety of receiving. And it's so beautiful.
That's so great. So many people are commenting, so I'm going to talk about that in a second. But I love something that John said, and I want to answer John Williams' question too. And everybody's writing in. So guys, read the comments. They're writing, and these are people. There's Donna, only been a membership for a couple of days, and I've already had mindset shifts. So many responses from community in just a few days. Energetically, I feel others holding space for me, so my path is better illuminated for me. I'm not paying these people to come on here. They're talking about their authentic experiences with me. And I think you can tell from me, I'm very visible and very transparent. And what comes out of this is living in your authentic self. And people know I never am somebody who says, if somebody says to me, if I give a suggestion of something and they know to say to me, no, Marilyn, I don't agree with that. I'm like, totally cool. Let's work with this. Let's see what's going on here, because I'm not the answer. You know, I don't want to be your friggin' answer. I want you to be your answer. I don't want you going for readings. I don't want you looking outside yourself. Now, it doesn't mean that you don't go and get help from certain people, but I want you going back into your heart and saying, did that resonate with me? And I want to talk about this real quick for a second, because what bothers me about this, and I'm letting go of a lot of people, and I'm doing things that John's doing too. I made a big investment for a new coach just recently. And Spirit made me do this before the last launch. They were like, go join that year-long yoga program. I'm like, I can't do that right now. And they were like, before you even open your cart, this was 6-7 months ago when I opened up the cart, they said, you better go join. This time they did it again. They made me make triple the investment. They were like, go do it. And I'm so glad I signed on with this guy, because he's already kicking my butt, into my business butt, which is great. So I want to talk about what John, and guys, I could read all of these comments. They're absolutely magical and beautiful. And thank you to all my members for sharing your experience for me. I mean, and this is like a program, they know the more, it's not a really big program, by the way, but the more people that come in, the more I give. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, well, sorry. I'm like, no, we've got to now up our game and make it really great for people. John asked, Marilyn, do you offer video Zoom support groups through membership, or is it all text? Oh, no, honey bunny. I'm on the calls. So we do Insta teleseminar right now, but we're going to change it to Zoom because we want to start seeing people and we want people to see us. So we are going to be making that change in about a month, and we're probably going to be doing it on Zoom calls. And then what I'd like to do somehow, and I've got to figure out how to work Zoom when people come on, like Kat just did without knowing she was doing it, or Katie, getting on there and showing your face as well if you want to. If you don't want to, it's totally cool. John, did you want to say something? And Terry said, I'm glad it wasn't me at the door when that guy knocked. Yeah, trust me, you're glad. I was like, out of here.
Well, I do want to say something, and it's actually, I've got producers that I'm filming with that are texting me. It's like, where are you? Where are you? Where are you? So I want to share the story, and I'm going to have to go, but you need to continue, yeah. Marilyn. The energy here is so good. 3 years ago, almost 3.5 years ago, I heard TV's coming. I was like, and I kind of started chasing a little bit and started putting it out there. And it wasn't coming in, and I heard Let It Come to You. And it did. About 6 months ago, it started flowing, and it started as one opportunity. And now all of a sudden, I've got people who are connected to executive producers at Entertainment, executive producers at the Discovery Channel, executive producers at the Travel Channel. So the #1 TV show on the Travel Channel, the guy wants to introduce me to the producers there so that maybe we can talk about something. Someone else came in from, oh God, what channel? It's like, it's popping all over the field all of a sudden. And it's just, instead of allowing it to come in. And so I actually took time today. I didn't take time. I wanted to show up because it's always fun playing with Marilyn. And especially for my BTO listeners, if you guys are here and you found out about Marilyn through Beyond the Ordinary show, it's like, yeah, I'm going to help our BTO listeners. And if there's a program that they can dive into that I really believe in, it's how else better can I support than to come on here and just share my experiences, so that maybe something in that allows your heart to say yes to it as well. I know what you guys are going to get, and it's amazing. And Marilyn, if you'll share more about your program and answer more Q&A, but I do have to run because I got to get back to production schedule. We took it like an hour and a half off for recording this, and I've got to jump. But it's been amazing hanging out with you guys, and hi to everybody that showed up, and it's fun. I can't wait. I'm going to be on one of your calls, right?
Yeah. Definitely. So
I just invited myself, but that's okay.
No, you're going to be a membership. We'll talk about it when you're after your trip. We'll talk about it. Or talk about it while you're on your trip. John, love you. Go kick ass, baby. Go kick ass and have a great time.
It's fun.
Good for you, honey.
Thank you guys for all your support. Y'all take care.
You. Talk to you soon. Bye, sweetie. Bye. All right, he's going to go away. I'm going to stay on for a few more minutes. And for those of you who have any questions about Membership for Your Soul, John says, it sounds like membership would make a great holiday gift for you or someone else too. Yeah, but the doors are closing tonight at midnight. So you got to get in now because we're going to be having our own parties for holidays. So yeah, definitely check it out. Check out Membership for Your Soul. I'm going to stay on for a few more minutes. And for those of you who are, Stan said, Marilyn told me a few years ago that she saw me using my writing skills in a bigger way. This has finally come to be true. I was asked by a candidate for the House of Representatives to do a political writing for them if you believe all things are possible. I love that, Stan. I haven't seen Stan was actually one of the casting directors who casted me for one of the sizzle reels we did. And he's just a sweet, sweet guy with a lot of gifts of his own. So I'm happy to hear that, Stan. So let me check the Facebook page because that's how I have to check it. And for those of you who are thinking of joining, doors close tonight at midnight Pacific time. It's $47 a month. You get a video audio lesson. So it's a video lesson or you can listen to it audio wise. You get PDFs with that. So you get to fill out exercises and it's engaging better. The video lessons are kitten-sized pieces because nobody really has time to sit down for 60 minutes. Even though you've been watching me on lives, I think that's a little different than self-study. So they're like 5 minutes long or 15 minutes long and you just watch 5 minutes, you do the PDF, take a break, come back for the lesson. The lessons are always there because you have a membership site that you go in on. And then there's a Q&A call with me, which I'm usually on for about 2 hours. I try to answer as many questions as possible. And I usually try to get to all of them, but sometimes, that may not happen. So I don't want people. And if you can't make those calls, you fill in the web form and I answer those Q&A written ones too. I do them at 11 a.m. I do different calls at 11 a.m. and 4 p.m. I alternate. so that I get my Aussies in because I love my Australians, and I get my Europeans in because I love my Europeans, and of course my Americans and the Canadians. And then we have guest expert speaker calls, and then I'm on the Facebook page Monday through Friday coaching you. I don't do readings on that page, but I coach you through whatever you're going through, and so does everybody else. And there's no ego on the page. And then I'm throwing bonuses all the time. I always throw in bonuses. We already have Sue Kovacs coming on live on Thursday to read for membership with me. I'm doing a bunch this week with you guys, and we're going to do the 28-day challenge together. We're going to set goals together. We've got a lot going on, which is why I had to shut down Soulful Living, because I've got to really focus on, I keep looking at my phone, guys, because the only way I can see your questions. We've got to really focus on membership for your soul right now, because it's really important that I give all I can there. All right. So I'm going to stay on for a couple more minutes, see if there's any other questions. And, okay, so everybody's just writing, where's the best place to start membership, Becca asked. So Becca, you've got a bunch of short videos. Watch those first because you want to know how the program works. So you definitely want to watch those first. And then you only have the higher self. Welcome, Margaret. Margaret just joined. You want to watch the higher self lesson. That's the first lesson. And I do that purposely because, and then in 2 weeks, we're going to drop in more lessons, but we ease you in for the first couple of weeks because we found that people got overwhelmed, and we want you to get used to it. So that's the first place I'd start, and definitely getting on that Facebook page and introducing yourself. I have a lot of, it's kind of dark. The sun changed. So that's my answer to you, Becca. I'm not telling you guys where I'm moving. I told membership, they know. So you have to join membership to find out where I'm moving until I tell the world. Judith, that was very sweet. She said, thank you, John, for guiding me to Marilyn. I've been listening for you for years, and now I found what I'm looking for. And thank you, Marilyn, for being you. I only 2 weeks, my life is being transformed. I love that. Thank you. Yes, I'm closing Soulful Living. We're archiving the group. And what it means by archiving the group is you can still see the videos for now. The videos on there, you get the comments, but you won't be able to comment. You won't be able to communicate with each other. I had to make a decision to do that because one, my business is changing a little bit. I'm helping a lot more people that are creating businesses. And so we're going to do pop-up groups. So you'll find out about those. So make sure you get on my list. Marilyn, Alauria, if you're not in membership, make sure you get on my list so that you can find out what's going on with me. I'm still going to be here on my business page going live and doing things here. And then Soulful is not going to, November 10th is going to be the last day because I have to focus on membership and people in my mastermind programs right now. I just can't do it all. And I'm not somebody who does something small. I don't believe in that. I can't do it. Like I have other groups that were open from other programs and classes, and I'm closing all those too because it weighs on me. So Katie has a question, I think. John asked, really? I don't know what John's asking. Okay. Oh, there might be somebody else here. So there's another person here, but I don't know what the question is, John. So if you have a question, by all means, ask. Somebody else joined. I think John answered through the questions. John, you're too funny. All right. So let me just see if there's anything else I can answer, and then I'm going to go because I'm sweating. And it's an incredible program if it's right for you. If it's not right for you, it's not right for you. That's all there is to it. You know, you've got to know, but you can also go in and last time we did this, we were like, go in, test it out. You know, I don't really say that anymore because it's such an incredible program that I don't really feel like you can go in and test it out and cancel anytime. But I really feel like it's a great program, and I really stand behind the work that I do and what everybody does. Cynthia said, Marilyn, I just hit PayPal. Woohoo! Cynthia, PayPal doesn't talk to my very expensive system. So somebody will get you in there really quick. So it's really great. Michelle says, where do I find the higher self lesson? It's in the membership site. So Michelle, go into membership and ask that question there, and a bunch of people are going to help you. But you have your login, you have your password, you go into the membership site and look under lessons. Hey, hold on a second. I'm going to do something for all of you right now. So hang out, and I'm going to see if there's any other questions you guys have. I'm sweating. I'm very wacky today. I don't know what is going on. Hold on 1 second. And let me find something in my emails. So I'm going to show you right now where to find it, Michelle. And I'm going to, I can I share my screen? Yeah, I can share my screen. Share screen. That's the good thing about Zoom. It might go really too slow. Okay, I'm going to stop share for a second until it comes up. Let me see who else I have here. But Michelle, I'll show you where it is. And that's it, I think. Chat. Hold on 1 sec, okay? Okay. I'm going to show you. So for those, I've never done this before. I'm going to show you inside this program. I'm not going to show you inside the Facebook page because that's extremely confidential. You have to join that program to know who's in it. So this is Membership for Your Soul. This is the membership site that you get to join right away. You get this and you'll, sign in, and then this is where everything is getting started. You may not have this because we've removed some things from people, but here's the higher self lesson. So you go to new lessons and you've got higher self. And then in a couple of weeks, you're going to have the dream lesson, the empathic lesson. You'll have the clairvoyant lesson by November 1st. This is all the guest speaker calls. These are all the Q&A calls. These are the resources. These are the bonuses, which is Abundant Living with Your Guides for some of you. 360 Living bonus calls. We have meditations in here as well. So there's even more in the bonus. I don't know why it's not showing. It probably doesn't show up on the drop-down menu because we can't fit it all in here. But there's a grounding meditation in there. There's a meditation with Angela, a new moon thing, live replays, and some people have extras. So that is it. And that's where you find it, sweetie. When you're in it, you go to your new lessons and you hit higher self. And these are all the little videos you have to watch. It tells you how to use it. Welcome, mind chatter, overwhelm, and lack of focus. Facebook community, mindset in your guides, technical questions. And I don't know where the navigation video is, so I am going to yell at Trisha about that, though my team's been working overtime. And there's going to be other things in these short videos. You're going to get symbolic lessons, how to break down a symbol. And you're also going to get the bridge job video, which I'm going to do probably next week. And then we're going to be doing a lot of lives. So I'm going to stop sharing and see where you guys are at. And then I am going to end, I think, unless there's some questions. It's the only thing I don't like about Zoom. It's very hard to see the questions. Okay. John's trying to get on again. Is he? John? But you're upside down. Let me unmute you.
Oh, wait, let me. Is that better?
There you go. Yeah, I didn't know. So it's so funny. John's trying to get on again. I didn't even know.
So I got out of the car.
Okay.
And this woman walks up to me. She goes, "I was just listening to Marilyn's and yours call on Facebook here."
Are you kidding
in this
me?
remote place outside of Orlando? Yes, in Casadega.
Oh.
And so she's part of your community. She's listening to the call, and she was in a crystal shop. And I'm here with Molly, who's one of the producers.
Hi. Hi, Molly.
For the show. And Molly's like, "Yeah, we're with you." Oh, the woman went up to Molly, or went up to the person on the counter. "Did you know John Burgos is here?" And Molly starts laughing. She goes, "Yeah, he's with us." Oh my God, can I meet him? I'm listening to his call with Marilyn right now. Isn't that funny?
That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah. You didn't get her name, did you?
Colleen.
Oh, Colleen. So Colleen's in membership. I'm pretty sure it's the Colleen.
Yeah. She's like, "Oh my God, Marilyn's amazing. I love her. I found Marilyn through your show." And it's like, this is so awesome.
Great. I love that. So that's great.
We were trying to say hello, but she walked off a couple of minutes ago.
Then she's the one who told me John's trying to get on again, Marilyn. Thanks, Colleen. Great.
Anyway, bye, guys.
Bye.
I love the synchronicity. So fun.
Bye, guys. That's hilarious. All right. So I think that's it. If you have not, and then I've been making amazing paintings all week, and I've done anything like that since I was 14. So Judith said, I think Judith is saying this because we worked with Drawing with Your Guides, which I'll do that again with you guys in membership. and I'm probably going to do it around goal setting. So we'll probably do a drawing lesson in membership. See, this is the thing that I love about my guides. They're very creative. They're teaching guides, and they're always dropping through me what I need to do next. So I read the energy of the group. That's why I'm always adding bonuses. And so she's talking about the exercise, which a lot of you had loved, was the drawing exercise with your guides. So what we're going to do, Judith, in membership is I'm going to do it around a dream, around your, we all have, I believe that's in the bonus section as well. Let me ask. But you need the day in the life exercise. So we'll probably do a drawing exercise with your guides around a day in the life. The day in the life exercise is about a future goal that you have, and it's about living it as if it's already happening. So it's a really great PDF that I have. It's in the 360 Living book, which you definitely have in the bonus section. That's a great ebook that maybe we'll do together in December. So we'll talk about that. So great. I think, and Dana says, yeah, bridge job lesson. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the bridge job and what that is. So this is great. I'm going to ignore something because I have a feeling. I really try to keep it politically correct. One day I'm not going to. All right, I'm just checking one more time and then I am going to get off. But Trisha's telling me something. No, I think I already got that. So, okay. Great. My poor team has been working around the clock with me. So doors open till midnight tonight. Yes, it definitely, Pauline, will help with clairvoyance. November's lesson is clairvoyance. So you're going to learn how to work with clairvoyance in a very creative way. And Donna said coincidence. I think not. I think that's great. Colleen, that's so funny. We're going to have to hear about that in membership. So, Lori, this is fine. She says, I appreciate all you do, and I'm grateful for as much as I'm able to get within my budget at this particular time. I'm working very hard at listening to my truth. Thank you, Marilyn. Totally fine, Lori. My biggest issue, I don't have an issue with anybody who can't afford it and knows their budget. I don't have a problem with that stuff. I have a problem with more when I get emails about people yelling at me because they can't pay their electric bill. If you can't pay your electric bill, there is so much free stuff out there. Get your scarcity consciousness and lack consciousness and fear consciousness worked out. I had to do it too. I grew up very poor. And if anybody, I got really annoyed at this email, and this is my own personal stuff coming up. My mother was a single mother of 4 of us with no family, trying to raise all 4 of us. And she's all about education. So she put us in private school, which stretched her a lot. And there were times when there was just a block of cheese in the fridge, we grew up very poor. So when somebody like attacks me in a way that I feel like, how dare you, that stuff I don't put up with. That stuff I don't put up with. But I have seen a lot of people write me in the messenger box when we've offered something and they're like, I can't afford it right now, but I appreciate it. And I'm like, totally fine. I have no problem with that at all. But don't sit in, the Abraham Hicks videos are great for scarcity consciousness, so great for fear consciousness. Listen to them every night, go to sleep with them. I haven't put stuff out about scarcity consciousness that's free, except for my chakra, abundant chakra meditation, which I know people like love. And that's not available. I think we'll probably try to make that available again. So definitely, know where you're at, know what you can afford, know what you can't afford. I come from a different mindset that a lot of people don't come from. And I wouldn't suggest people doing this. I just tend to take a lot of risks and always have. And not everybody is at that risk mindset. But when I was getting all my help with all my therapy and everything, and I didn't have the money to afford it, I put it on credit cards. That was me. I don't want people doing that for my thing if it's going to stretch you. But I always had this belief that I would pay it. And I did. And I remember adding up my therapy bills at one point and they were like $30K. But I needed it. I wouldn't be here right now with all of you if I didn't do it. But I always knew that when I did that, it drove me more to work. It drove me to think differently. Like when I bought this house and I expanded way before I was ready to, it made me work differently. They made me work differently. So now that I'm getting ready to move, they're making me work differently. So that's what I say. But please know that, you got to do what's best for you. All right, guys, I'm checking this last time. I know I keep saying that, but the energy is magical. And that's what John Burgos did. He brought the energy on. And that's it. I don't see anything else. So thank you so much. Will you do another membership after this one? I just started a new job yesterday after 1.5 illness and want to join next time. Yeah, Wendy, when there's a wait list, join the wait list. I don't know when I'm opening the doors again, because the thing I did last time was I want to just focus on the members in there. I want to just take care of them. I want us to have an accelerated 2018 together. I really want to be in there in such a great way. So I don't know. Membership for Your Soul is an ongoing program. So you're always getting new lessons. That's the beauty of it. It's not, here, just take this program for 6 weeks and that's it. It's new lessons every single month. And then bonuses, as you can see, that I add. So Wendy, that's fine. Like, you just got a new job, right? You're getting your shit together and it's great. And you were sick for 1.5 years. Not easy. But so just get on the wait list when that's available. And you'll be notified. It's a VIP wait list. I don't know when I'm opening it again. I really can't even honestly answer that right now. Pauline, good. I hope you join. I'm excited for you to join. Tell them it goes on. Oh, so questions about length of program and when available again, Trisha's saying to me. So the length of the program is an ongoing program. So you have these beautiful video lessons, which I just showed you. I'll share my screen again, how this works in here. So welcome to Viviana. You guys are going to see my little Skype that Trisha's hitting me up with. So Trisha, maybe don't Skype right now since you're being broadcasted. So when you go in here, we'll go into the new lessons, right? And let's go into the higher self lesson. Let me show you how it breaks out. So this is ongoing program. Now we're getting Anna Marie in here. I'm going to get John Burgos in here to teach you guys. Sue Kovacs is teaching the lesson next month. Because I really feel when you learn from other people's perspectives, it's really incredible for you. So I want you to constantly learn from other people. So when you go in, like, this is the higher self lesson, there's a little intro video from me just telling you, and there's a little introduction here about you're going to meet and communicate with your higher self. Your higher self is your first guide, blah, 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 blah. It's the first guide that I like to set people up with, right? So I give you a little bit thing there. And then down, you go to module 1. This is module 1. It's 17 minutes long. You can download it as an audio, download the PDF, download the slides, and even download the video. So we allow you to download this stuff so that you have it on your phone. You could do it while you're walking and going out. Then the next module, same lessons, how to talk to your present day self, 14 minutes, okay? Next, and this is all just the higher self. This is just 1 month's lessons, right? But we do it in bite-sized pieces so you don't have to sit down for hours, right? And then there's beautiful video lessons, see? Woo! That's me. And then you see little things and we do things. So again, everything has a PDF so that you keep working along with the video. And then this is the last lesson. Usually there's meditations. So that's how the lessons happen. And then the Q&A calls are on Instant Teleseminar, but we're going to be putting them on Zoom. And then these are the guest speakers. So if you go to the guest speaker list, you see all the guest speakers. So August was John, September was John, we had Encore, we had Sandra, Angela Norwood, writing class with Jackie Parker. So you have access to this right away when you join. Tammy Mastroverdi, she did a great thing about synchronicity and signs. April, oh my goodness, I can't even remember who April was. I think I just dove deeper into clairvoyancy. So I did something. Anna Maria was March. She's come back on. February, Lisa Wolf. And then January was a money mindset person. So that's what you get in this program. And then these are my Q&A calls. And you get to go in and listen to all the past Q&A calls. Whoops. I have to hit there. So each time you go in there and then it's for some reason not working. Oh no, there it goes. It's just that, you know what it is? Zoom is making it really close. So these are all the past Q&A calls with me and with Megan and with Sue. So we give specials, right? So these are readers. And now Jane is going to do a reading. And then we have, where are the bonus calls? Because we have here are the bonus calls. We have people in membership for over 2 years, close to 3 years, that are incredible healers. So bonus call Peroska, Jane did a bonus call. And then I don't know where Penny is. Oh, Penny didn't want to record. You had to show up live. So we do bonus calls as well. And then there's bonuses here, the bonus meditations. So you get to see that this program for $47 a month is daily grounding meditation, chakra meditation, meditation with animal, shadow animal meditation with Anna Maria, third eye meditation, connecting. You guys get it? For $47 a month, you get that, okay? I'm not even showing you the rest, like the replays, the extras, you know, some things you guys don't get because old members get that. So that's what I have to say. I just think I've never done that before. I should have done that a long time ago. So anyway, thank you so much. So if you can join, great. Check it out. I think you're going to love it. And if you can't join, totally fine too. I will be live on my on the business page still. It's going to change a little bit what I talk about. It's going to be about really living your life's purpose, because whether you're living your life's purpose, raising your son, or doing it as a career, it's really important to me. And then for those of you who, yeah, so Emily, so I'll be live on business, but the Soulful Living's going away. Emily, how long access to the lessons? As long as you're in membership. You can go back to them as many times as you want. If all of a sudden you get busy for 2 weeks, you're going on vacation, they're still there. Everything is still there. So Lorraine said, I just joined, but I do travel a lot and often do not have access to the internet. Can I download it? Yes, you can download everything to your phone, video and audio. So that's when you do it. So that's what you have. So Melinda, good. I'm glad you're joining before you go on a Halloween lesson. Yeah, you see how beautiful the site is. Karen says she's already started the meditations. Dana, who's in membership, who loves membership, who's been throwing herself in like crazy, says, I didn't even know we had all that on the site. So we're going to do the navigation video over again, Dana, to really show you how to work the site. So Cynthia, yes, email info@marilynalauria.com, and Laura or Trisha will get you joined. She said she's having a hard time joining. She keeps hitting it, but it's not going in. So make sure you hit info. Let me type this in. @marilynalauria.com. And Laura and Trisha, people know if Cindy was still on, she would tell you, because Cindy's a stickler about this stuff, which I love about Cindy. Our customer service is superb. It's absolutely superb. So some of you are joining through PayPal, and Trisha answered too, info@marilynalauria.com. So PayPal takes a little bit while. We are on Entreport, which is an expensive system. And for some reason, it doesn't speak with PayPal. It only speaks to Stripe. So if you go through Stripe, you get all the emails right away. PayPal, Laura, has to automatically put you in. Okay, I think that's it. So I'm going to check. So somebody's talking about feeling like they're going to die. Honey, I'm not a doctor. So if you're feeling that way, you need to go to a doctor. Okay. So that's what I'm going to say. If it's your fear, I was talking to my gynecologist, who's the coolest gynecologist in the world. Yes, I'm talking about my gynecologist on friggin' Facebook Live. I'm not going to get detailed. And I was worried about something. I had some fear going through me, and I called her and I was like, I think I need this test because I'm afraid. And she's really cool. She's into naturalistic stuff. And she's like, all right, if you need the test and knock it out of your head, my other doctor's like this too, do it. I said, I'm just afraid, and I'm sure, and I went to say to her, and I'm sure you get this. And I was like, no. I was like, you never get afraid of this stuff. And she's like, nope, I never even allow that in. And it stopped my fear right then and there. I didn't go to the test. I was like, because I had something happen last year, and she called me and she was like, this is what's going on. And she said, and you could be the 3% of people right now that would be petrified of this and make this and create this into something, or you could be the 97% and not do that. And I had to wait like 4 weeks to find out, 4 to 6 weeks. And I held the space of it not being anything. It was completely, they had to do some stuff with me, but then it was nothing. So that's how I can answer that. But I'm not a doctor. So if you're feeling like you're going to die, honey, you got to go to a doctor. All right. Emily, hopefully I answered your question, honey. If not, go to info@marilynalauria.com. Cynthia, definitely call, definitely write her. Customer service one's full and patient. Yes, we are. Because we know some of you have difficulties with technology. So that's why we started adding things in. So I'm just checking to make sure. I can't believe I've been on an hour and a half. Thank you, John Burgos, for telling me to stay on. I also love communicating with all of you. I'm just checking. All right, I think that's it. Okay, so we are going to go. Thank you. Join membershipforyoursoul.com. It closes tonight at midnight Pacific time. I don't know when I'm opening it again, so I'm not trying to be like all mysterious, like join now. I don't know. I don't think I'll do a big launch like this for a long time, but that doesn't mean that I may not say in March, hey, let's open it to the VIP wait list. You know, I don't know. I don't know. So I can't answer that. So if you're feeling pulled to it now, do it. If you're feeling like I can't do it right now, don't do it, right? I teach about trusting your own guides, so you got to trust your guides. But if you're sitting in a victimization thing and afraid to get off the fence because you're just afraid to make any choice, then I would say join. Stop it already. Join, take action, check it out, see if you like it. One person joined and then left right away because they don't like my pace. But everybody else that joined stayed. And it was really funny. And I don't know who it was. Laura didn't tell me. But that's cool, right? This is the way I am. I'm very energetic. I'm very honest. I'm very transparent. I don't put up with any bull. I'm very loving and nurturing, as my members can tell you. One thing I will say about me is I believe the best for you. I believe the biggest and brightest and best for you. If I see you not doing what I feel like you need to be doing, I'm going to tap you a bit. But I hold a higher vision for all of you. So that is definitely me. I do that with everyone, unless, I think I do that with everyone, even if you piss me off. All right. There's something in the chat. I'm just going to check real quick. It's so funny, Katie. On video. Okay, great. So that's it, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for being my audience. Thank you for those of you who are joining. And much love to everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.